Hello, Crazy Reaper fans. I just want to do a video today on basically Ryobi mowers. Here I'll show you some tips on them. Just for hey, be quiet. I'm talking on the phone. Damn kids. I'm talking. You just be quiet. Corgis. Anyway, I work at Home Depot. And I work in the customer service department and do a lot of returns. And these things, hey, I'm talking. Oh, you be quiet. Anyway, I do a lot of returns and I see these come back quite often. And there's several little tips and tricks to these. As most people are aware now, Home Depot does not do customer repairs on tools anymore. So this is just a tips and tricks on stuff that you need to look at before you start contacting Ryobi because you think your mower is a piece of crap and don't run. There's a whole bunch of different variables on what can go wrong. So let me show you what you need to look for. Okay, so first off, you need to make sure your terminals here are good and you don't have any grass, dirt, anything. Good little brush. Go in here and clean those out. If you got an air hose, spray that out. Make sure there's nothing in here inside of the battery that is just blocking the connections. I mean, you are cutting grass with it. Make sure it firmly seats and clicks. Next thing that can happen. This is your key. It's basically just a jumper. Okay? Make sure that there's nothing in here blocking it. These things do vibrate loose after a little bit, especially if you have an uneven lawn. Next thing that happens, if you have a bag back here, or if you have the mulch blocker right here, like I do, I don't like the bag, this has to be right here. There's a little sensor right here. If this gets jammed up or something, or gets enough crap in here, it reads that there's nothing there. The safety feature shuts it off. Okay? Another thing that happens, these things, even that much, will not make it go. So you need to make sure these are locked. Very good. And I even had one lady come in and show me it don't work. Show me how you do it. And she just did this and pushed the button. See, it don't work. Okay. This is your kill switch, your start switch. Gets away from you or you trip or something, let go, it's going to stop. This is your go feature. So, just to make it go. Okay. And then, see, it don't start. It does. There's your start. Usually you have to hold this down 2-3 times. One guy come in and he had already tore apart his entire mower. He tried to go after this. See what's that there? Alright, it'll move. Huh. That's odd because that is not supposed to activate when those are going. Weird. That is weird. Aha. Okay, so this has to be up all the way. Apparently, this does not have to be locked for that to move. I thought those did. Anyway, that keeps it up. But when this is down, it will not go. Huh. That is something new I learned just now. So that's the main features you need to look at when you're looking at one of these batteries, or one of these mowers. Now, some of the new models have a, they don't have the adjuster on them, they just fold over and everything. You'll know right away if you have power or not. If that light doesn't come on, you know there's something wrong in there. I have seen one mower, and it was one of the bigger mowers, and it had no power. And they, this is before when we still had the tool repair, and they sent it in, and the main motor had burnt up. So, what should you do with these? When you're mowing, first off, walk your entire property. What do we got going on over here? A whole bunch of kids walking by. Anyway, walk your entire property that you're going to mow, and make sure there's no large sticks, twigs, bottles, trash, stuff like that, strings, wire, as you normally would with a gas-powered mower. Because that stuff binds up in there. These things just run on a battery. They're not gas-powered or nothing. Anything will stop them. Keep your blade sharp. That's one of the main things I got to say about that. If you have a dull blade, these things got to work extra hard, and that just takes away your battery life and your run time. So we'll just bring this over, and as I see with mine, looks like I need to take this off. Ew. I've got a few little... Yeah, I need to take this off and sharpen it. So here I am saying keep your blade sharp. And like I said, it's been pretty dry here. So, you know, it cuts pretty good. But yeah, that definitely needs to be... And I don't have any rocks on my property. I don't understand why it looks like that. So I'm going to take that off and put a good edge on it. Will these things handle a very tall, overgrown yard? I don't know. My aunt had one up in Denver, and her yard was pretty overgrown, and it was a brand new mower. It powered it up pretty good. So I would say, yeah, it's going to reduce your runtime on it and everything. Another feature that is different than a gas-powered mower, these things are rear-wheel drive, as opposed to most gas-power or front-wheel drive. So, you know, like when you're doing a turn, back in the old days, you always used to, you know, if you're like me, pick up the front wheels to make your 90-degree turn. You do that here, it's just gonna whoop, keep going. And so that's just something you gotta learn, kind of retrain yourself on. Me, one battery will do my entire yard, and I've got a double lot property, but I don't use the self-propelled with it. I like to keep my grass fairly uniformly trimmed short, so you know I don't let it get overgrown, and so it goes by pretty quick. These things, they speed up when they are in a thicker grass. So cause since I don't use the self-propelled, the battery lasts a lot longer. The first mow I did this spring, I got it 3/4 of the way done and the battery died. because I use the self-propelled. So the next time I did it, I went just with pushing it, and I've done it like that ever since. It's nice and light enough. I mean, you can, honestly, my 65-year-old aunt, one-handed, like this, can just walk it up her little mountainside property. Well, she's not mountainside. She lives in Parker, Colorado, which is a suburb of Denver. But where she's at, her backyard is way down from the front yard. And this thing walks right up that, no problem. So, but she's got a real small yard. One battery lasts her long. I think she has the 4 amp in it. I bought the 6 amp for this. If I this summer, if it's get a lot more rain like we're supposed to, I'll probably end up getting me another 6 amp battery just so I have enough to do it, because it's going to take, once the grass starts growing, it's going to take a lot more power. Do I like this thing? Yeah. I'm going to sharpen the blade on it. But like I said, those are the things you need to look out for on these. This has to be up all the way. And I had a customer take this all apart, and he ripped that off, and he's trying to hot wire everything. Once you start messing with the wire on these things, they will not work. They're toast. You can't beat on them like you can the old gas mowers. Don't sit there and slam them up and down thinking you're going to get rid of that little chunk of dirt that's in your gas line. I know, we all get like that every now and then. Take it out on the deal. So it says here, handle must be fully extended and locked. Well, lock it, but make sure that is all the way down. But it must be fully extended. So I thought, you could adjust it and lock it, but it has to be, you have to hear that click. So this is just for fold down mode. So when you pull it out, you gotta hear that click right there. No, kind of hard to do. There we go. Like that. And let's see if it works. Okay. So, get done mowing. Should you be out here mowing when it's 100 degrees? No. Do it when it's nice and cool. It's a cool 65, 70 degrees right now. That's the best time to be out here. These batteries do get hot. So I'm just going to let you know on that. They do get hot when you pull them out, and they're completely discharged. They are warm. Should you leave it in the mower ever? No. Don't leave it in the mower. Don't leave your tools outside. Well, don't leave your batteries outside. I've had plenty of experience with lithium batteries. Worst thing you can do to these batteries is not use them. You have to drain them all the way and recharge them in a cool environment inside. Don't have your charger out here sitting here trying to your phone that you're watching this video with. You can't charge it outside when it's 110 degrees. First phone I had was working on the rig, and it was 100 degrees out there, and I had it charged in the doghouse. I come back, and my phone said, too hot to charge, move to a cooler location. God damn, this thing is truly a smartphone. Tells me to get somewhere cool. So yeah, when you get done with these, pull them out, take them inside. These things are over $200. I think they're like, what, $260 for a 6 amp? something like that, take care of them. Don't take care of you. These things will, this is the only Ryobi that I've got. As soon as my weed eater craps out, which I just looked at the batteries inside, and this was a 2017 model. It's I don't even know. I think it's a Craftsman, I think. But I've had the two batteries on it. I've had it since 2017, and batteries work pretty good. So when that craps out, I'll probably go with the Ryobi. Get me the edger blower combo and everything. Just for the simple fact I don't see too many of them come back. When they do, they've been used and abused quite a bit. So yeah, I'm not for sure if I recall mentioning, I had a guy the other day come back and he had a chainsaw, Ryobi chainsaw. And he bought it 2 years ago. I've only used that thing 4 times. And battery's shot on it, won't take a charge. It's junk. I'm like, you only use that battery 4 times in 2 years? He's like, yeah. That's the worst thing you can do to the battery. Worst thing. You have to use these things, drain them, and train them. Drain them, charge them up, let them set. Don't let them set drained. And don't leave the charger on them. Same with these things in here. Don't leave them on the charger forever, and don't let them sit out drained. Don't replace your batteries when they're half full, because then you train your battery after a while to stop discharging at around half charge. Drain them down all the way to where they quit working, and charge them up that way. That's the best way to keep a lithium battery going. They're only meant for so many cycles. I think these are around 15 to 1800 cycles, I think, which you mow your yard once or twice a week. It's going to be several years that you're going to get out of one battery, you know, and these things you can also use them in snowblowers too. I don't know, you just said don't use them in freezing temperatures. It's snowing, it's obviously freezing, but while you should bring it in from a warm environment, or take it out from a warm environment, do your job with it, pull them back out, and make sure they don't get wet from the snow, or, you know, right now, don't leave this out here where it's going to get all baked. These things do get hot. While you're using a snowblower, as it's discharging, it's going to be creating heat. So don't let it freeze out there. Pull it out of the snowblower if you have it. There's a whole bunch of tools that you can use with these 40 volts. Eventually, I'll probably convert everything over to the Ryobi. I like Craftsman myself, but Craftsman lawn tools are just a little bit out of my price range. Even these new Ryobis. You want to see something cool? Go to your Home Depot and look at the new Ryobi. I think they 80 volt or something. Get it? 80 volt. It's a riding lawnmower, and that thing it's almost like a mule. It's got 3 suitcases in it for batteries. It looks awesome. It's got Bluetooth on it. It's got all sorts of stuff. But they're pretty proud of it. The charger for it is enormously huge. But it looks pretty cool. You want to go look at that sometime. I know my boss watches these videos, so I'll get permission from him if we can show that on the channel sometime. It's pretty cool little display model. Anyway, with this thing, this will be the second year I've had it. I have not had any issues except for one time. I ran over a little plastic bottle and I thought it would work after that, and it didn't. So I was like, crap, I broke it. Just turned out I needed to charge the battery. It was about 3/4 discharged, and once it stopped like that, it just said, no, we're not going to do this today. So, well, I'm going to take this back in, and then I'm going to take the blade off. I'm going to give it a good sharpening. I just mowed a couple days ago. It don't need it. It hasn't rained, even though they predict it every day. It never does. But I just want to give everyone some quick tips on these mowers. Like I said, the key, the locks, you got to make sure it's fully extended. Make sure all your contact points are clean. And that's it. These things should last you a while. One of the main deals is make sure that that's in there as well. So, y'all have a great day. Sorry I made this video a little bit too long, but I just don't like seeing these come in for simple things that people don't quite understand. I don't know if the manual just doesn't show it good enough, or they just don't, that's the key points to it. Do these things go bad? Yeah, everything can go bad. I've seen gas mowers come back after a week completely shot. It's usually because they use ethanol gas in it and do not use an ethanol shield blocker in the gas. And there's new piston rings. They can't handle that. So if you get a brand new gas mower, always use ethanol shield in it. So far this year, my gas right here is sitting here empty. Haven't had my gas mower sitting right there, so haven't had to get it out yet. If it starts raining 10 gallons a day, and this thing does not go through the yard like it should, then yeah, I'll have to probably get the gas out. But as long as you keep your grass nice and uniform and don't let it get overgrown, these things are pretty damn good. So, we'll see y'all later, and any other issues that you might have, you can leave down in the comments. Anything else that I didn't cover on this, you can let me know on that. So, y'all have a good day.